There. Now? Hello, Facebook?
You suck. Let's go over to Amazon. I got it. I got some sound.
Yeah, but you should have me. You should have me.
Oh, it just went away.
Well, here. This is our opening title. Rick Duncan tonight.
Yeah.
Florida. Yep. Okay, so it's working over here, so somebody's got to be seeing it.
I got it here.
Do you?
Let's see.
Oh yeah, there's okay.
There's
back
you.
again.
Hey!
See, that's what you count on the winners. Okay. All right, so now we're back again. Hey, when did you get here?
But it's saying it'll begin shortly.
It's saying it'll begin right there in the bottom corner. That's it. Hello, Lori.
What? What?
There, it's in the corner.
I know that, but I can't make it get big.
Because
I what?
Excuse me. Because you're not hitting these. See, I'm weightless up here, and I just float around. It's pretty cool.
Life was so much easier when I was riding my bicycle and
picking
had
blueberries.
To figure out how to pump up my tire. Blackberries, Stevie. There were no
blackberries.
There were no blueberries downtown.
Strawberry Festival.
Yeah, I went there. Pick your own strawberries.
Okay. Well.
Okay, well.
After, this shit gets crazy up in here.
Yeah.
But
it makes me crazy.
No, that's not what it might. It might assist.
Su Vicente, oy vey. Oh, maybe Vicente is her married name.
Oh, no. Well, you could, if you're from New York, you can use any slang you want.
Oh, really? You have certain privileges if you live in New York?
Yeah, you can go oy vey or fangul. You don't have to be from those places.
Or of that ethnicity? Okay. So, Sue says she's back again.
Back again, yes. We're
no
back
audio, Mark Visconti said 1 minute ago.
No, did he say that? Mark Visconti.
I can hear. Okay, we got audio now. All right, we're on track.
Okay, good night. This shit's a pain in the ass.
And this is not Anything Goes Wednesday.
No, it's not. It's Nothing Goes Right Tuesday. No, it's everything goes right? Nah, everything's gone right. It's been a great day.
Everything's gone as shit.
Well, how about I made all those backing videos today. They came out great, I thought.
You really did.
Well, I don't know what you're talking. I don't know how you. I don't know.
You just said everything goes wrong Tuesday.
No, just just with Facebook or whatever the hell.
Wonderful show. It's 8 after, so if you need to show some pictures of
I could do that.
I
could show Rick Duncan. Okay.
Duncan, by the way.
Angus, thank you very much. This is that's him back on drums.
Sue's Italian.
Who is?
Sue, oy vey.
No, that's Jewish.
Well, she says oy vey, but she's Italian. Like you said, if you're from there.
Well, Vicente, okay.
You can
that's
say
fine.
it.
You see, this is Rick.
Yeah, that's Rick.
And he's playing. Well, they're a prog band, which is kind of cool. Todd was the singer. Was on. We had Todd on, and they're from Sarasota, which is interesting because I can't. Well, we'll have to talk about that. But anyway, that's.
Well, everybody's got to be from somewhere, Stevie.
Everybody does have to be
from, New York.
What?
Not everybody can be from New York.
Not everybody can be.
If they were, there would be nowhere to live. Right?
Black.
Oh, am I being mocked?
Little.
You better watch out, bitch.
Hey, you're the one sitting over there giving us the judgment on everything.
I just said not everybody can be from. You said they're from Sarasota.
I meant.
Hey, where was
Really? You mean everybody's not from New York? I know you're not.
I lived there over 20 years. 20 years with you and 4 of them with shithead, so.
That's some way to talk about your mom. Okay.
It's not my mom. I never call my mom shithead.
No.
Throw the towel at him, Sue said.
No towel. Now, please. I have no patience. I have no patience for the towel.
His hair's going good. Did you show you showed the pictures, right?
What pictures? Okay. Yeah, I showed the pictures.
Okay.
This is like a reality show. Only you can't possibly be what now?
John Joseph Cozzolino. There's 2 kinds of people: those from New York and those who wish they were. You must be from New York.
Joe
Is
Coz?
that Joe Coz?
Yes, that's Joe Coz.
Well, he's using an alias, John Joseph.
Oh, well, okay. Maybe that's his actual name. Here comes our
guest.
Here he comes. Here he comes. Walking down the street. Hey,
hello.
Man. How you doing?
How you doing?
Good to see you.
It's good to see you. I've been reading up on you. You have quite an impressive resume.
Oh, thank you. It's a lot of it's true.
Can't believe everything you see on Wikipedia, can you?
Yeah. Maybe if it's on Wikipedia, you could probably believe it. It's pretty good.
No, but you can't go to YouTube and see it.
Oh, well, that's true. Yeah, you could actually see it. But
yes, you can.
I have seen a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Very
well,
impressive.
I mean, we're brothers in time, man. I mean, you're a drummer, the greatest instrument on the planet.
I agree.
All right.
And I would say, besides the human voice, the first instrument on the planet.
Yes. I always liked there was an interview with Phil Collins, and when he was talking about, being a front man and going out after Peter left, and I can't remember the exact quote, but it's great. It's like he said, he never wanted to be a lead singer because he wanted to be a drummer because that's a respectable job. And,
Oh, wow. Well, yeah. I mean, we are working when we're back there, right? We're not.
Yeah.
But by the same,
back there.
Well, yeah. But if our stuff breaks, we can get another one. Their stuff breaks, it's over. So, But Phil did okay. So how did drums? Now, is that a Gibraltar rack that I see?
That is, it's a little bit of everything. I've had the same Yamaha kit for I got them like 84.
Oh, I didn't mean to mess up your shot. Yeah. No. Okay. Cool.
And but anyway, that's a different kick drum I got. I've got the original kick drums up there, 24, but I went to a 22. I just got a stage custom kick, but they served me well.
Yeah. What was it 14 by 24, and you went to a 16 by 22?
Yeah, it actually is. It's the same depth. I'm not even sure what. I think I was thinking this might be a little deeper, this way. But
yeah, well, they used to be. I mean, my Fibes kit was 14 by 24, 2 of them, and then I went to 22s. 16 by 22s, which is the same size.
Are you going to talk drum language?
No, that's my wife, by the way. Couldn't figure that one out.
Hi, Rick.
Lori.
Hi.
There are non-drummers watching.
Okay, well they are. Well, you know why they need to learn something then. No.
Yeah, how to keep a drummer to stop from talking about their drums.
Oh, you are good. Well, this. Do you find when you get around other drummers that that's what the talk goes to, or do you stay away from shop talk with other guys?
It seems like it goes to that a lot, yeah. And obviously you've done a lot of producing and stuff like that, recording and stuff like that, so you can get into that tech end of it too.
Yeah, but yeah, so we have tons of ways of boring you, is what he's saying. So how did drums start for you, man?
I actually I started playing drums in 7th grade because I actually did a musical aptitude test, like I think in 6th grade, and I scored real high. And I didn't want to go into band because that band was, just a nerdy thing to do. And actually the band teacher called me in and wanted me in the band and wanted me to play French horn because I guess it's a very difficult instrument. And it's like,
Yeah.
I'll play in the band, but I want to play drums. I don't want to play anything. So, and he was a drummer, so he was good with that. And that.
So, but you knew that? I mean, you knew instinctively that you wanted to play drums?
Yeah, and I mean, I played piano and stuff a little bit before that, and you know, played a little bit of guitar too. But drums were always kind of the instrument that I played most in bands, and you know, over the last 40-some years, you know. So
yeah, you get paid to beat something with a stick, and it's, you know, hey.
Yeah, and you don't get arrested.
And you don't get arrested most of the time. So take me through the wall of shame back there. I see Led Zeppelin, that I know. Who are the rest of those?
Homage to prog rock there. You got Pink Floyd, yes, Kansas, Rush, King Crimson, Flower King, Spock's Beard, Dream Theater, Genesis, and yeah, I've always been a prog guy.
Yeah, me too, man. I mean, that's where it's really at for me. That's where I have, that's where I have my most fun. That's where I can be my most creative, and it's, you know, when we were coming up in the 70s and the whole prog thing was starting to get a little bit more refined. I mean, you had ELP, you had Pink Floyd, you had all kinds of things out there that weren't four on the floor. And I think the thing that I liked about it is I was playing in a band where everybody could turn on a dime. And once you start doing Mahavishnu Orchestra, or you start playing you know, Spectrum by Billy Connolly, it's you get a real feel for where everybody wants to go, and you can go there with them, or you can take them. So that's what is so. That's what I love about it. You know,
yeah.
It'll always be at the core of my playing, because I you know, it's fun.
Yeah, and I've always kind of Kansas was a big favorite of mine early on, and a lot of the stuff that I was writing kind of back in the 80s had kind of that vibe, and it's funny how like a lot of demos that I did in the 80s, like on stuff on 4-tracks and stuff, I kind of was doing progressive stuff, and then at that time it wasn't really in style, so I was also kind of writing like Journey kind of type, more commercial music, and trying to do something with that. But a lot of this stuff I just kind of left in demos. And I think it was around the time when I heard Spock's Beard that I thought, well, there's bands that are, you know, still doing kind of simple prog stuff. And that's when a lot of the stuff that I draw from, it was funny. Some of the stuff was from the 80s, these demos. So I pull these little pieces out, you know, these 5/4 things or 7/4 things. And yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. What's favorite time signature?
7's, you know, just the most fun, and it's kind of something that it can be a very smooth and doesn't even sound like an odd time signature, or it can be, right, you know, jolted, and it can, you know, that's probably most. I
like 7. I mean, I like being able to fill in 7, and you know, I don't know, I love what we do because of how you get to do it. I mean, you're actually part of the, you know, you're inside the instrument. It's kind of like being a race car driver as opposed to being, you know, playing soccer. You're in it, you know what I mean? And it's
yeah.
So yeah, and that's interesting. So how I had Todd on. What are you guys up to? Cryptic Vision.
Well, the last thing we did, we played Rozfest 2019, and that's when they just moved down here they're just up the road in Sarasota now. And we kind of got together because the band is all over the country now. Our keyboardist lives out west and guitarist lives up in Michigan. So it was kind of hard to get together to rehearse for that, obviously. And, but I've been writing like a ton of stuff. I've got, I think probably like 25, 26 songs that are all kind of in that cryptic vein, you know. And I write some stuff that's a little more pop, I did one album after the Cryptic stuff that was for my wife, kind of a tribute to my wife that had passed away, and kind of pop song. They're straight up, but they have a little bit of a Cryptic vibe to them too, because Todd, the same singer, sang on them.
Yeah.
And more recently, I've been playing. I play in 2 different bands, and one band's like an arena rock tribute band, so that's a Maiden Cane, and we do like we do a lot of cool stuff like Boston and Journey and Kansas, Rush, and then I play in another band called Storm Warning that's more just a club band, and we do a little bit of everything.
Well, lost you.
Oh,
He's gone.
Rick!
They got him.
No!
They shut him down. iPhone locked up on him.
Yeah, some Amazon went down today, and Netflix, and who else?
Oh man, how are we gonna get through the night?
Oh, it's back now. Plus we have like 1,000 other channels that nothing's on.
Oh,
Who is
Rick,
it?
Rick, is that you? No, it's not.
It's
There
not?
he is. He's here. He's here.
Uh-huh.
Hey, nope.
You're upside down.
You're sideways.
Hello,
Yeah, hey, you're sideways.
I'm sideways now.
Yeah. There you go. Well, there you go.
There you go.
I wasn't sideways before.
Oh.
No, you were actually, no. Try tipping it the other sideways and see what happens.
Yeah, because now you're like very narrow.
Yeah, there you go. That's the way it's supposed to. See?
Yeah.
Okay.
Phone knows.
So you live in Sarasota?
I'm sorry.
You live in Sarasota?
I'm in Port Charlotte.
Oh,
Okay.
Port Charlotte. Okay.
Are you from Sarasota?
I lived in Sarasota for a long time, moved to Northport, and then moved to Port Charlotte. So I guess next I'll be in Fort Myers. So
Oh, that's where we are.
Yeah, that's where we are. Now, I heard that you got that Port Charlotte has a pretty serious racetrack. Am I right or am I wrong?
RC cars.
you got me out of my wheelhouse there. They might. I don't really know.
We're not talking Sebring.
No, we're not talking. No. There's all kinds of racing that goes on down here, from RC cars, radio control cars, to dirt bikes, and and every time I look up any kind of racing, not Grand Prix racing, but that kind of stuff, it's always Port Charlotte or someplace up there. Is it Punta Gorda? I can't remember where it is. But anyway, if you don't know about it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
No.
So when you write, you have a studio at the house?
Well, I've got this is just a music room here. I've got this is the other thing here. This is a 1914 Wurlitzer piano. That's
Wow.
Oh.
yeah, and that's when they made them in the U.S. So it's a really good, it's
Wow.
Wow.
So I've been writing a lot on that, and usually on acoustic on piano. I usually write most stuff.
Interesting. It's interesting. So, now let me ask you this: did the band go to all points? Did the band go in different directions as a result of COVID or before COVID? How did that happen?
No, honestly, we had a pretty good run between 2005 and 2007. That's when we did a lot of the opening things. We did open for Kansas and for Asia and for Flower Kings and Camelot and a bunch of shows like that. We also did Cal Prague back then, and we did Rozfest in 2005. I think the last show we did was in 2007. That was when we opened for Asia, and pretty much from there, all we did, the next album, a lot of it was done just in the studio, kind of one instrument at a time. So we really didn't do any live shows, and a lot of stuff. I think that was after our keyboardist also had moved out. So we did a lot of stuff via, sending files back and forth.
Yeah,
But,
maybe it's
yeah,
nice that
we-
you can do that these days.
Yeah, but really, we hadn't been together. I mean, it was like 12 years since we played when we got back together to do this Rozfest thing. So, but
And
yeah,
what
it's
is that? What is Rozfest?
different parts of the country. So,
What is
It's
that?
Oz
What is
Fest.
that event?
What is what?
Rozfest.
Rites of Springs Festival. It used to be in Philadelphia, and they started, I think, like in 2003 or 2004, and it's always been like a 3-day festival: Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Cool. And so, have you always played it? I mean, did you guys play it back in the day, or is
We played it. I think it was either the second or third year they did it, 2005, and then we did it. Like I said, just in 2019. They didn't do 2020 because of COVID, and I think they just, I'm not even sure. I think they've just recently did the other one, or it's coming up here real soon.
Well, let me ask you this: when you opened for all the bands, right, Kansas, and you did all that, where was that? Was it at the same venue or at different places?
We opened for Kansas up at Janus Landing in St. Petersburg.
Yep, I played there.
Yeah, and then they're just kind of local things we got to do. We did the Asia show at Van Wezel Hall in Sarasota.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
and that was cool because that was their 25th anniversary. So it was all the original four, and before Wetton had passed away, and that was really cool to. Obviously, that's Prague royalty there with Steve Howe and Carl Palmer.
Yeah.
So it occurred to me that because you were a prog band and because you were an area prog band, it made sense for them to put you. You probably had a Florida following, and made sense to put you on all those shows. Is that how it went, or? How did you get all those? Did you have an agent out there headhunting for you?
Yeah, the Asia show was great. That was, we just got 30 minutes. Obviously, we'd like to play a little bit more, but we actually had guys shoot a couple cameras and got a nice DVD from it. I think some of the YouTube videos are from that Asia show. Yeah, we got like 2 or 3 songs in there.
And who got all those gigs?
Probably a lot of them are. I think our bass player, Sam Conable, he's a good talker and way into some of these things.
Oh, wow. So you didn't have to pay an agent.
Yeah, so you didn't have to give anybody any points.
Yeah.
That's
no.
Good. Wow.
All right.
Sam didn't take anything?
I don't know if we, obviously when we played the festivals, we made money, but like doing some of the opening things, I'm pretty sure the Kansas thing, we just said, we'll do that. You don't have to pay us anything. And now I know a band that gets pretty good money for doing like opening shows and stuff like that. That's not a cool thing to do. A lot of bands will do that. They'll say, we'll play for free, just let us open,
Wow. Well, yeah, especially if you can bring people, that's what it's about. It's about selling tickets. So if you've got a following, even if you put 100 people in there, that means something to the promoter.
Yeah.
Interesting. So how far did you guys ever go? I mean, was it always Florida, or did you get out, did you do any road stuff?
Just the only shows out of Florida were the festivals was, in Philadelphia and in California, in Whittier, California, where they did Cal Prague.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's, and how did those come about? I mean,
Bass player.
Those were more through, when we first signed with Prague Rock Records, and that was kind of some connections that we got through there. I think that George had heard our first CD. He actually wanted us to play the year before. And when we recorded the first album, it was a studio album. It really wasn't a band. So I said, we don't really have a band together. So we kind of formed the band to play that festival, and that was, I knew it would be me and Todd. But, we had to get a bass player and had to get a guitarist and a keyboardist, and preferably people that all sang, because we had a lot of vocals going on in the recordings. So, and but the band just worked out really good. I had recorded a lot over the years, and some of the guys, like the bass player, had been in another band. And I was really impressed with his playing, with his singing. And he played a Rickenbacker, and he had definitely Chris Squire was one of his heroes. So he seemed like a perfect fit for it. And it was funny because he had heard the CD and he called me and asked if we were holding auditions. And I said, yeah, I know you are. You got the gig if you want it. So,
Wow, cool. Well, that's how that worked out.
yeah.
That's great, man. Well, listen, when you find people that, that you, especially for a drummer, when you find a rhythm section that works, that's magic.
Yeah.
That's
I
where
remember
it's at.
Todd Plant being a very good singer. Too.
Yeah. We were. That was back. We used to play videos on the show, of the guests, so that people knew what was going on. But I got so sick of getting flagged by YouTube and Facebook for copyright infringement that we gave up on it. So, we kind of tell people about it in real time. They can go check it out.
Right.
Where can they see your stuff?
Right.
Right now, you can get our stuff through Amazon and places like that. A lot of it goes through, why is it going?
It's just one of those days, man. You're good.
That was my daughter calling. I guess that's what did it. But anyway, I'll call her back. But anyway, yeah, you can get, I guess it's getting harder to get. We used to sell stuff through CD Baby, and then they've kind of shut down.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, they shut down?
well,
they're not up anymore?
They're not selling through the site. I guess they do. They go to third party people, so they still buy CDs from me. They'll say that they need a couple, and I send them, and then they still do the MP3s and stuff. Obviously, the digital. But,
Yeah.
So, hey, but it sounds to me like you guys carved out a pretty interesting little niche for yourself. You know what I mean? To be able to, first of all, Prague is its own monster. A lot of people think that they can do it, and it's not not friendly if you don't have the tools. But it sounds to me like you guys made a noise, and some people heard it. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'll ask you when we come back. I got to play a commercial. We'll take a quick break and come back, and we'll pick it up from here. And I'm sure Angus sent you the questions. You have all that whole thing going on, right?
yeah, I had some questions here. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So it's all good. All right. So let me play this, and I'll meet you back here in about a minute.
Okay.
All right. See you. Most of you know I live in Southwest Florida now, and one of my favorite places to grab a bite to eat is Jason's Deli. Scott and Diana Willis have been in business here for over 20 years. The truth is, Jason's Deli has bigger choices of better food. You can eat healthy and enjoy the taste of quality ingredients. They're open 7 days a week for dine-in, pick-up, or deli delivery. With 4 convenient locations from Naples to Cape Coral, Florida, they are a must-try. Jason's Deli, where all good things come from wholesome ingredients. And Bradley's Jewelers in South Fort Myers. Diamonds, bridal, you name it. Estate, custom design, and expert repair. Bradley's Jewelers, South Fort Myers. They specialize in amazing moments.
Yeah.
There you go. Gotta pick my people.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, do you have Jason's up there? I think you do. Jason's Deli in Sarasota?
Yes.
Yeah, I think there's Jason Zillian. Sir,
Have you been there?
I have not. I've seen it.
It's great, man. I mean, they're a sponsor and everything, but it really is. I've been eating there for years, and I was really thrilled when they came on as a sponsor. It's really good food. If you like, if you're, I don't know how much of a deli thing you have going, being from Florida. I don't know if you get the deli thing. In New York, it's like there's a deli on every corner. So,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
we have one of our viewers is saying to you, Steve, his name is Jimmy. He said he's listening to a Leslie West live album you played drums on, and he thought it was quirky until he said your name.
Wow, what album was that? I wonder if that's the one from England.
Could
Could be. Interesting.
I didn't know if you'd be insulted by that.
No. It's supposed to sound like if you're playing Mountain, it's Corky was the drummer.
So
Sorry.
let's ask Jimmy what he did.
Yeah, it's probably the only live album that I know that I was on was the one from Shepherd's Bush Empire.
Well, that's true.
Anyway.
And we had to buy it.
Yeah, we had to buy it. I used to play with Leslie West, and we did a mountain tour, actually, of England. And
they didn't do a tour of the mountains.
Yeah, we didn't do a tour of the mountains. We did it as Mountain, because Mountain, I mean, it was just Leslie was the only one from Mountain, but he could call it Mountain there, because on some news in I don't know where it is, in up north. Where's Brian from? Newcastle?
Yes.
Okay.
Very good.
Thank you. In Newcastle, there's a news show, and they play Nantucket Sleigh Ride as their song. So anytime Leslie plays there, rest in peace, he's gone now, but anytime he played there, it was like a big deal when he went to Newcastle, right?
Yeah.
So, and we played, one of the last shows on the tour was the Shepherd's Bush Empire. And I loved playing with Leslie, and I loved playing that music, and I was always disappointed that I didn't have any recordings of it, you know what I mean, to listen to. And how did we find that?
You Googled it. Because Leslie, if he would see a red light...
Yeah, if he'd see a red light in the audience...
Turn that recording off!
Get out, recording it!
Whereas John Entwistle would say,
"Yeah,
you're welcome to record anything you want."
Yeah, he didn't mind the red lights in the audience as long as they weren't laser sights, you know.
Yeah.
Leslie was all about the bootlegs, and somehow I searched, bootleg Leslie West live, and man, I found the show at the Shepherd's Bush Empire.
With Leslie and John on
Yeah,
it.
with Leslie and John, because, John Entwistle lived not far from there. He came to see us play because, it was a whole big deal, but it was just such an amazing thing to have to buy a bootleg of a band that I was in for so many years.
Yeah, but you were very happy to
find it. I was
Is that area close to Liverpool, or?
No, Liverpool's way up north. No, Newcastle is.
Yeah.
I mean, not close, but London.
Newcastle's near Scotland.
Newcastle's up north. Manchester's up north.
That's what
Liverpool's
Brian
up
Johnson.
north.
He lives in Sarasota.
Yeah, do you know Brian?
From
Lives in Sarasota from AC/DC.
I worked with Brian in the studio.
Well, you know how he talks like that? That's Newcastle.
He produced Neurotica. You remember Neurotica, the band?
Yeah.
And I recorded those guys before. I'd been recording those guys for years, and I had a bunch of demos and stuff of them, and he kind of liked the band. And so he, produced that first album for him. So I worked with him in the studio a lot, actually recorded him. And that was a trip. And I don't know if did you record him? Because I know I read something about you doing some engineering for.
Oh yeah, I did I went through the whole camp.
Did he do the handheld mic?
Yes, he did. He an SM7 in the control room. Yeah, it's always the way. He always recorded like that. And all right, let me see if I can get lucky
Cliff,
for you.
the bass player, lives here in Fort Myers.
Yeah, Cliff is a neighbor.
Yeah.
So I said to Cliff, anytime you want to play, let me know. My guitar player lives in. My guitar player has a room in my house. Anytime you want me to have him come down. Have him come down. He goes, oh, well, my singer lives up in Sarasota. He's talking about Johnson. And so one thing led to another, and we wound up writing some songs together. Johnson came down. What's this? I'll give you a sample. That was a tour that resulted from we recorded 7 or 8 songs. I produced them. I co-wrote the music as a guitar player for years. It was fun.
Sarasota.
There we go.
And he wants to know if you play over there ever, and if you do, what's the name of the band?
I didn't hear all that. I'm sorry.
Somebody over on the East Coast wants to know if you play over there.
Yeah.
And if you do, what's the name of the band?
Right.
We haven't been playing on the East Coast. There's a couple. The one band that's the Arena Rock Tribute Band. We've been asked to do some stuff out of state. We hadn't really done anything yet because the money hadn't been right. But we might be going to Daytona, like Bike Week and stuff. We play a lot of things, big biker kind of things, and yeah, it's amazing. The band has a really good draw. They were before I was even playing with them. They'd been around for 3 or 4 years, and they do really well doing what they do. And
what is it? Arena Rock? It's like like big.
Yeah, that's the name of the band.
Just a lot of like I was saying earlier, Styx and Kansas and Rush, but Bon Jovi, Aerosmith, Def Leppard.
And what's it called?
Yeah.
Maiden Cane.
Maiden Cane.
Or Maiden.
Maiden, like Iron Maiden. Maiden.
Oh, okay.
And
cane,
then
like walking with a cane.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna let them know that.
Well, we like to push it.
I played in different bands where it was always, as a drummer, it was more about like getting the parts down, playing everything, and just real precise, and just not a lot of improvising or a lot of spontaneity to it. And even with like what they're doing, they like to keep everything real close to the record and stuff. So it's like, it's very structured. And it's been a long time since I played in a band that kind of improvised, and it's kind of fun with this other band because we'll do like some blues jams and stuff like that, and we go off, and it's just it's fun. It's a blast.
That's what I miss. That's what I miss the most about playing music with other guys is being able to jam, and I mean if you're playing with guys that are on your level or whatever, and you can all go to a great place, and I truly do miss that. I miss the spontaneity of really throwing down with somebody and getting surprised and then surprising them back. It's pretty cool. So anything coming up for you next year?
Not really as far as the cryptic stuff, but we're probably going to be recording some stuff, maybe one song at a time, and release some, I've got like a couple of them that I'm really anxious to get recorded and kind of get them out there. As far as the other things I'm doing, it's pretty much every weekend. I'm playing 3 shows this coming weekend, and then the next weekend 2 shows with one band. And the next Maiden Cane show is in Punta Gorda at TT's. They got a big stage they put out there, so that'll.
Well, let us know and we'll push it for you, man. So we got a good Florida viewership down here, and
is there a website or a Facebook page that people can?
Yeah, they're on Facebook, pretty heavy. Both bands, Storm Warning and Maiden Cane. And Storm Warning, we actually get down. You're in Fort Myers, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we get down there occasionally, and we're usually just doing like the small, like the beach bars and that kind of stuff, Cape Coral, and I think we're doing where are we playing? We're playing somewhere in Fort Myers in the next month or so.
Fort Myers Beach, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that's the Naughty Parrot. I think that's her.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, the Naughty Parrot. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, let us know. We'll push it. Yeah.
Okay,
the
so
opposite spectrum as far as playing like a big show where you got everything mic'd, and then you do these shows where you've got like maybe a kick drum mic, and that's all, and just play into the room.
No, that's okay. And for you, double pedal or single pedal?
Double pedal.
Okay. Why not double bass drums? Just curious.
You know why? Because I never ever in my entire life ever played with 2 kick drums. And for a long time, I resisted even using a double pedal because I was a big John Bonham fan and thought, well, if he could do it 1 foot, then. But somebody gave me one just to play around with a little bit, and it's like, okay, this is kind of cool. I never got into the steady 8-note metal kind of double bass, but I like I always like what like Neil Peart used to, where we put it in fills and stuff like that, and like the quads and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Okay, I mean,
Okay.
as long as you
Time
enjoy
for
it.
the
Okay, so you
questions.
ready for the big questions?
Okay.
Sure, because these are career-defining questions. He's looking at the page again. I wonder if he's talking about the same.
Maybe he wrote down notes.
No, I'm kidding. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know you've been to Pennsylvania. I know you've been to California. I know you've been to Florida. So I'm sure there's some other places you've been to too. What favorite restaurant on the road?
Because see, I read that at first. I thought it was like a place that you could go to, like anywhere, fast food or something like that.
It's anywhere. Yeah, it is. It's anywhere.
No, as far as favorite, actually, ironically, when we played in Philadelphia, we ate at a place right across the street from the venue, and it was the best Philly cheesesteak sandwich I ever had. So
Pat's, or was it Pat's or Gino's?
Neither
it was.
one.
I don't even remember. It was a little mom and pop place, but I don't remember. But it was really good.
Okay, so
That's
Philly
great. So Philly cheesesteak in Philly.
We have done that.
I've done that many times. That's great. And there's nothing like a real Philly cheesesteak, no matter what. I mean, we get them down here, and it's
We make our own pizza steaks.
Yeah, we make our own pizza steak. That's
The bread is very important.
Yes, it is.
Bread is very important.
And that cheese whiz.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But we've had people say Wawa, Waffle House.
Yeah, I mean, it's not about Shea.
Yeah, someone
what
likes the sandwiches at Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hey, listen, you know what? Whatever trips your trigger.
That's right.
Okay.
So a good answer there.
Okay, yeah, good answer. All right, so now this will be interesting because I think you play a lot of original material, but we'll see. It doesn't matter. The set list comes out, and there it is, your favorite song to play live. I love seeing this song on the set list. I can't wait to play this song.
I think it's because I've played this song for 40 years in different bands, and it's just like a song I don't even have to think about, and it's just real driving. But I'm playing it in both bands I'm playing in now. I play Highway Star by Deep Purple just because it's a real drive. There's certain songs like I love playing Tom Sawyer. I've also played that in a bunch of different bands, but that's always an intense song. That's always a song you gotta, you gotta think and focus on that song every time.
Yeah, cool, man. It's a great pick. A couple of great picks. But okay, so now the set list comes out, and I'm sick of this song. Great song. It's fun, but I don't ever want to play this song again. What song is that?
Ooh. There's a lot of them. But, no, it's like we kind of go through that with the second band. Like everybody will say, "Oh, we can do this," because I played it before. And we're like, "Ooh, do we really want to play that song?" And we've got a couple of them. We play some CCR songs, and nothing against Creedence, but they're just kind of boring songs to play on drums,
Yeah.
That's why I don't think I've ever played a Creedence song. So I've been lucky. I got lucky. All right, so is there a particular Creedence song? Born on a Bayou, or?
I'm trying to think. We do like three of them. I'm trying to think the one I like the least. I don't know. Like we do "Fortunate Son." We do "Born in the Bayou." Take your pick.
I'm putting you down for "Fortunate Son."
Okay.
Because if I had played it, that would have been mine.
That would have been yours, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Believe
So
it or
now,
not, we've had 19 people say "brown-eyed girl."
19 people say "brown-eyed girl." We've had 19 people.
That's the most popular.
You know what? I'm
song.
fortunate enough that I never played that song.
There you go.
Okay.
So listen, count your blessings.
Yeah,
That's how it works.
there you go.
Okay. So now you play guitar, you play drums, you play bass, play keyboards, right?
Yep.
If you could shred at any instrument other than those, which instrument would it be?
Well, I'd like to be able to shred on guitar because I'm more of a rhythm guitarist and I'm not really a lead player. That I would love to have those abilities, and I've played for a long time, but I think that's just a certain
Yeah.
certain thing that takes that to make a lead guitarist, and but violin for sure. I mean, I love violin, and that's why I don't know if you know, but David Ragsdale played on all the Cryptic albums, and
Huh?
yeah, he's amazing, and probably violin as far as an instrument that I really don't play at all.
Do you know who Mark Wood is by any chance?
Don't right off the bat with.
He's yeah, he invented this thing called the Viper. It's a 7-string, if I'm not mistaken, violin that goes all the way down to the register of a cello and all the way up, cello, viola, and violin. And
It's got a strap.
it mounts so that he doesn't even have to hold it up. He can put his arms down, and it stays where it is so that he can play. It's freaking amazing.
All rock music.
All progged out, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you should check him out, Mark Wood.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
And he created the instrument, which is like that. Man, if you're gonna do it, man, build your own. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So all right, so we got you down for
yes.
guitar. We'll take that one.
Yep.
And last but not least, if you could play one show with anybody or any combination of guys, living or dead, who would it be?
Right now, I'm currently a big Neil Morris fan, and it'd be really cool to do something with him. Of course, he's got Mike Portnoy playing with him, so I think he's pretty set on on a drum there. But he does. It's amazing to see all the different projects these guys do. I'm so impressed with their work ethic and just constantly putting out these amazing albums with different bands. And
yeah, well, you got to have the opportunity to create the stuff and do it. And believe me, I was Prague for the very longest time was at the center of my life. It's just such a creative outlet, especially for drummers. I gotta think it's pretty good for everybody because you get to play your ass off. But I don't know. I've always been a prog guy. Tull, anything with
Gentle
with the
Giant,
movement.
UK.
Yeah, Gentle Giant, UK. We did all that stuff. Yeah,
Orchestra.
and we even did Miles Davis. So it's
He's not prog, is he?
well, he's jazz.
Yeah.
So we did. It was fun, man. I mean, it's who knows what's coming next, but so anything on the horizon for you, or just the things that we said?
yeah, I'll probably, like I said, be doing some cryptic stuff. We'll be releasing something. It'll probably be like a song at a time, and it might even be. I'm sure we'll be just sending tracks, back and forth to record.
Well,
But,
like I said, let us know, man.
Yeah.
Let us
Yeah.
know.
Oh, Free for All Friday.
Yeah, and that's right. And don't forget, I don't know if Angus told you about Free for All Friday. That's on Fridays. Anybody that's ever been on the show can stick their head in for a minute or hang for the whole hour. Same time, 7:00. It's a bunch of it's a hang with other musicians.
If I'm not playing, definitely check that out. That's
Oh,
usually
yeah.
yeah,
Between 6 and
Yeah.
9, sometimes 12.
Yeah,
people in
sometimes
there.
there's like 6, 8, 10, 12 people in there, and it gets
It's fun.
it's fun. It's fun. Sometimes you'll see somebody
Yeah.
get Todd to go or one or the other guys in the band. It's
Only if they've been on the
Yeah,
show.
only if they've been on the show. But yeah, it's
that
And
sounds
if they
fun.
haven't been on the show, they got to come on the
yeah.
show.
And if they haven't been on the show, we'll have them on the show, and
That's
they can
right.
come in.
Okay, then.
That's good. Now, well, listen, I'll let you get to dinner. I'm going to do about the same thing, and come in on Friday. I'll have Angus shoot you. Shoot you a reminder, and
Like I said, next time we're not playing, I know the next 2 Fridays for sure. And we're playing a lot of places where we tend to start earlier, especially with the band, which is kind of nice. We get done earlier, but we do like a lot of 7 to 11, 8 to 10, that kind of stuff. So that's pretty much right in the time we're either setting up or playing. But
we get guys sticking their heads in from the dressing room all the time.
We did. We
Yeah.
had Stuart Copeland's roadie. While right before Stuart was getting ready to go on to play, he's in the wings saying, "Hey, I can't talk loud."
It's funny, man. You know what? You're always welcome. Pop in anytime you can.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Take care, man. Well, thanks for being here, bro. We'll see you on one of these Fridays.
Okay. I'll try to make it there.
All right. We'll look
Bye,
for
Rick.
you. Take care, Rick. Thanks again, man.
Thank you. Take care.
See ya. And there's that.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Listen to what Pat Romano. Oh, well, meanwhile, how about Rick Duncan?
Yeah, how about Rick Duncan? Give it up, kids.
Yeah. But Pat Romano says there's lots of Leslie bootlegs out there. He has a few of them with you and Richie on it. What?
What? Well, listen, Pat, it's not like, not like I'd love to hear those or anything like that.
That's right.
I miss playing with him, probably because I haven't done it in a while. But the playing part, man, and Leslie was Leslie, but the playing part, and some of the not playing part we had some fun. We did have some fun. He's not, sometimes he can be a teddy bear.
He's not around anymore. He
No,
could have
he's
been.
not. Yeah, he could have been.
He was.
He was.
Yeah, was. There you go.
Too much. I guess I told this story. He mentioned Janice Landing. Anytime anybody says Janice Landing, I think of the show that we played there with Leslie and Richie, and I think it was Richie. And we played with Marty Ballin, and there was an art show. And Marty Ballin is a proper, from Jefferson Airplane, was a proper artist. And they were having an art, the art of rock and roll. So John Lennon stuff was there, Entwistle stuff was there.
Marty Ballin.
Marty Ballin stuff was there. A photographer called Baron Woolman, who, if you've ever seen those early 60s picture with a guy laying on the stage, that was Baron that took all that kind of stuff. And Mike Clark from the Byrds, and Tony Bennett stuff was there. So the lady that I was doing the arrangements with said, well, you have to contribute something to the exhibit. And so I said, well, okay. I said, at the time I had some nice cameras and I was doing some photography. I said, I'll submit some photography. And she said, well, what about Leslie? And I said, well, I'm sure, we'll get you something from Leslie.
Yeah.
And so I called him up and I said, Leslie, we're going to, do you do any art? No! Really? No, you can't just do some art? No, why? Because we can't play this show, won't make any money if you don't turn in some art. All right, Tom, what are you doing? I said, I'm sending in some pictures. All right, I'll send in a picture. I said, okay. So...
Oh, meanwhile, Frank Feeney said that his favorite place to eat on the road is the Olive Garden.
Oh, Olive Garden. If you're here, you're desperate. Now, family.
Look, this is what he does anytime somebody says Olive Garden.
So anyway, I called Leslie for the next week to make sure that he's on. I sent the picture, Steve. I sent him the picture. And I said, great. So we go down and I'm all psyched. This is my first exhibit or whatever. And so the lady takes me over and shows me where our stuff is. I think I submitted 6 matted and framed photos. And I said, I'd love to see Leslie's. And she said, oh, Leslie's is right over here. And it was in a big frame. He took a Polaroid picture of his cat that weighed 25 pounds. Big, fat cat. And that was his picture.
Okay, so we're going to end on time again. Tomorrow night.
Anything Goes Wednesday.
Anything Goes Wednesday with Steve and Laurie.
Steve and Laurie. What? What?
All right, so.
Oh, so are you urging me?
You want to end on time?
If you don't see in the future, I'll see you in the pasture.
Good night, everybody.
Hello? Yeah, we finished on time. It's fine. Yeah, we did.